Welcome back to Panache Luxury and the completion of the Enchanted Evening Gown. If you did not see the first part on the Enchanted Evening Gown, I will put the video link in the description box and you can go right to that and you can see some of the things that was going on with the gown. But if you have not, I will do a quick review on the gown. Now, the gown in question is the one here on the right hand side. Now, one of the things that was missing on the gown was the embellishment, which would have been a rose or sequence embellishment. And so I had some trouble finding that, which is going to be that kind of a situation where you're talking about a gown that's over 50 years old and you're going to be missing some pieces or parts or what have you on those things. So the chances of me finding the original embellishments or anything was going to be slim. So I was prepared for that. The other challenge to this dress was that it was ripped here from the side here and onto the back, and then it was ripped here, and then one of the snaps was a bit loose, and I have to tighten it up, stitch it up. So I'm going to do that in this video. I'm going to complete this gown and move on to the next stage. Now you're wondering why it is that I have two other Enchanted Evening Gowns here. Well, I can answer that question. I got these gowns as a bundle, and I happened to be looking online and just kind of checking out what was out there, and then I happened upon these two gowns. And if you saw the first video, you knew that I wanted one that had the original embellishment, which is the rose, and here it is. And I'm so pleased that I found this gown. So there is the original rose embellishment, and it's nice and tight on the gown. Now there's a few things going on with the gown. The gown has some brown stains on it, and I'm assuming that this is water stains. And so it's here on the flounce of the dress, and then on the reverse side you've got the same situation. Of course, the stains have seeped to the reverse side, and then there's some at the top. Now I'm going to take the peroxide, baking soda, and dishwashing liquid solution to the gown, and I'm going to work on that. And I'm not going to keep it on the gown for very long, but I am going to use this solution to get that taken care of, because I've been pretty successful in the past at restoring vintage clothing, at least as close to their original glory as possible. But that's what's going on with the gown. And had this been a pristine piece with the rose embellishment, I would have been paying a lot more money. So I'm pretty fortunate to have been able to get not one, but two gowns. You also probably notice with this gown here that it's more of a peach color as opposed to the one here on the left that's pink. And I don't know if this is something that Mattel did in its production by going from pink to peach, or if perhaps the dress has just changed color over time. I don't know. So that's something that maybe I will have to look into. But that's what's going on with this dress, and with the other dress, of course, you know what's going on with that. Now, this gown here is the gown with the sequence embellishment there, and I'll get close so you can see. And it's really remarkable to be able to have both of these gowns, and both gowns are all of the gowns are well over 50 years old, but it's just remarkable to have both of those gowns, and to have gotten both of these gowns here at a very good price. This gown here is in remarkable condition. Just the silk is beautiful, nice and silky. There's no problems there. The only thing I have to do here is to just tighten up the sequence on there a little bit, because the string is loose there. So it's just a matter of tightening up the sequence there. So I'm going to get to work and get this project completed. I began by stitching the embellishment area and the flounce. Next, it was on to pleating, then repairing the tear on the front and side of the gown. I then hand stitched the back, then a loose snap, then re-stitched the tear to close an opening, then I hand stitched the opening in the princess seam. I failed to mention the pinholes in the top right side of the gown and the flounce, which were left as is. Now on to hand stitching the back of the gown. After completing the repairs to the original gown, it was on to gown 2. I mixed the baking soda, peroxide, and dishwashing liquid into a paste, then apply it to the gown. Once the dress was completely saturated with the paste, I then rolled it in paper towels, then put it to the side. After the paste was allowed to set, it was rinsed off, then the dress was placed in a dark area to dry. Next, it was on to sewing pearl embellishments to the original gown. The final step was steaming the gowns. Here's Christy, Coffee, and Bianca in their Enchanted Evening Gowns. Christy in the original gown, Coffee in the rose embellished gown, and Bianca in the sequin embellished gown. Here's Christy dressed to kill, wearing her pearl drop earrings, 3-strand pearl choker, rabbit fur stow, white opera gloves, pearl bracelet, and clutch handbag. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.